Okay, no buttons in. Feet are going to go through the straps. And we're going to have palms facing forward and bend and straighten the elbows. 3, 4, 5. Good. 6, 7, 8, 9. We're going to pause with the elbows bent. And then from here, squat down, stand up. Squat down, stand up. Good. And then, yeah, just really going wide with those feet. Good. And we're going to switch up the breath and add in a little bit of breath work. It's going to be exhale to go down. Hold, inhale to come up. Exhale to go down and hold, inhale to come up. And as you exhale, go down and hold, you're going to squeeze the glutes as you come up. Squeeze, stand up. Good. Squeeze, stand up. 2 more. Squeeze, stand up. Last one. On this one, you're going to pause down. Good. Now we're going to do 10 little pulses going up and down. And as you go up, again, you want to squeeze the glutes, relax. Squeeze the glutes, relax. Squeeze, relax. Squeeze, relax. Squeeze, relax. For 3, 2, 1, and stand up tall. Lower the arms down. So yeah, you want to bring your hands all the way to the outside for these bicep curls. Now, you're going to turn your palms to face the other direction. Bend your elbows to a 90-degree angle. If this ever gets too much for the wrist, you can always switch your grip, okay? And we're just going to rotate the torso. Try not to rotate the hips. Yeah, rotate, center. Rotate, center. Rotate, center. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Now, bend your elbows so your palms are facing forward. We're going to go wide again with the feet. Now we're going to squat down and hold. Good. Now, it's bring the elbows in line with the shoulders, lower back down, or as high as feels comfortable for your body. You lift it up, you lower it down. You lift up, lower, down. Lift up, lower, down. For 3, for 2, last 1. Then you're going to turn your palms to face the ground. Walk your feet together. You're still in your squat. Palms are facing the ground. We're going to take all the weight into your right leg. Take your left leg back, and you're going to actually place equal weight in both feet now. Now you're going to hinge forward and squeeze your glute, especially the back glute. See if you can get that back glute and try to keep your heel on the ground even. Then you're going to straighten the front knee, bend it. Keep that back leg, that left glute, try to keep it active on your own. For 5, 4. You're just extending that front knee and coming back in. Extend the front knee, come back in. Good. And then you're going to pause with the knee bent on top of the ankle. Good. Now rotate towards that front knee. And as you rotate, squeeze the glutes and try to draw those inner thighs towards each other. Draw in and away. Draw in and away. Good. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pause. Hinge forward. Place all the weight in that front foot. Bring the legs together. Lower the arms down. Then you can widen the feet, and we're just going to pull up. Pull up. Now, when you pull up, you want your elbows to go wide. Yep. Palms are facing your body. Good. Cam, make sure that you don't overextend the back. You want to get in neutral. Good. For 3. Patricia, open your knees slightly. They're starting to cave in. Open them out. Yes. 3, 2, 1. And now bring the feet back together. Bend the elbows up and behind, shift all the weight into the opposite leg, the left leg, and send the right leg back behind you. And then holding still, you're gonna push that right leg straight, left leg straight, and bend it back in. The front leg straightens, then bends in. Straightens, bends in. Straightens, bends in. Good. For 3, and just really get that, especially that left glute. You squeeze when you're in this lunge, and then relax as you come up. Squeeze in the lunge, relax as you come up. And then you're gonna pause with the front knee bent. That left knee is bent. You hinge forward. You bring the feet together. Stand up tall. Elbows are gonna bend. And now we straighten the arms up. Bend the elbows down. When you straighten the arms up, your palms are gonna be facing forward. And you make sure that you straighten overhead, but slightly in front. Slightly in front. For 5. For 4. For 3. For 2. Last 1. Lower the arms down and rest. Good. Let's round those shoulders forward and back. And let's go ahead. Hinge forward, bringing the arm bar to the ground. Let it rest on the ground, and we're going to come to a sitting position. Okay, we're not going to be doing any deep seekers. We actually want to work in a little bit more of a hinge back. So working your back extensor. So you should feel as if you're trying to squeeze in between 2 panes of glass. So by keeping the knees bent slightly, it will let you sit up on your sit bones. We're going to try this with your elbows bent. At any point, if it gets too much into the shoulders, you just drop your elbows down and let that weight pull your shoulder blades down. So we're going to start up, keep up. Now your heart's facing forward, and then you want your heart going towards the ceiling as you hinge back. Heart faces forward, and it's not a big movement. Heart faces the ceiling. You're up on top of your sit bones. Without changing the shape of your pelvis, you roll behind your sit bones without changing the shape of the pelvis. Good. For 3 more. 3, 2. Good. Last one. And you're holding here. Your hinge back. Hold. Now start to straighten your legs, then bend the knees. Straighten, and don't let the pelvis move as you straighten and bend these knees. Straighten and bend. Straighten. Feel how those lower abdominals have to contract to draw the legs in, and then keep the belly button pulling in as you straighten those legs. Remember that triangle, pull in on that triangle. And it's going to be exhale to straighten, inhale to bend, last one. Exhale to straighten, inhale to bend, sit back up, lower the arms down. Switch the grip. So you should really be feeling a lot of core work to stabilize you here. Switching the grip. Now your palms are going to be facing the ground. We are going to scoot forward so that you can lie down on your back. And your knees are going to stay bent. You're going to have your palms. You're going to bend your elbows so that your palms are facing your hips. And what you're going to do is you straighten your arms up towards the ceiling. And then they become in line with your shoulders. And then you bend your elbows back down. Your wrists stay in line with your elbows the whole time. Bend down, straighten up. Bend down, straighten up. Good. For 5, 4, 3, 2. Last one. Arms go straight up towards the ceiling. Let's lift the hips up now. You need to walk your feet in good. Hips are lifted. Now let's just tap the feet. The balls of the feet are tapping. And they're the only points that are tapping. The hips are staying still. For 10, engage the core. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're going to hold. Now let the arms reach further above you. They're not going parallel to the ground. They're just above you. And then let's bring your right leg to tabletop. Good, your palms should be facing the ceiling. Now straighten that right leg forward, bend it back in. Straighten the right leg forward, bend it back in. Forward and in. Forward and in. For 5, 4, 3. Good, Kim. See if you can drop your sternum down more. 2. Last one. Keep that leg straight. Lower the hips down. That leg is going to stay still. Your knees are going to be side by side. We're only going to come up as far as feels comfortable for your body. You reach the arm bar towards the ceiling, letting it go towards the home position. You start to roll up and you come up into a single leg teaser with your other foot on the ground. Now, if you can't get up without your foot, take that bent knee and straighten it out in front of you a little bit more, and then roll back down. Good. Yeah, Cameron, take your left leg, keep it on the ground. Yeah, and push your left leg a little bit more away from your body. Yeah, and try that again. The knees stay still. That right leg is reaching forward, and you're going to roll up, reach, 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 reach. Better. And then roll back down. Good. Push into that left heel. This is going to be the last one on this side. Push into the left heel. Arm bar reaches up towards the ceiling. You look down to that nose and you roll up. Good. And then we're going to roll all the way back down and pause. Bend that right knee, place that foot down on the ground, and bend the elbows to bring the arm bar down to rest. Open the arms out to the side. And then you're going to turn your head one direction, send your knees to the opposite. Come back to center. Send your knees the other direction, turn your head to the other direction. And then just wiggle your fingers, let your grip relax. Okay, you're going to bring your hands back onto the arm bar. Send your feet a little bit away from you if you can for the bridge. You're going to bend your elbows. And then you're going to lift your hips back up. And then let's straighten the arms above the head, bend them back down. Straighten the arms above the head, bend them back down. Straighten above, bend down. Straighten above, bend down. For 3, for 2, keep the arms up above the head. Now let's take that left leg, straighten it out. The left leg and reach out of that heel. You're going to bend the left knee in, push the left knee forward. Good. That floating leg is going to bend in and out. Good. In and out. If the bending in and out is too much, you can keep the leg straight and lift and lower it. For 3, for 2. Now you're going to keep this leg straight and hold it there. Reach the arms straight up towards the ceiling. Lower the hips down. The knees are going to be side by side. Take that bent knee that has the foot on the ground, push it away from your body a little bit, and you can bring the balls of the feet up, push down into that heel. Then you're going to paint the ceiling with the arm bar, look down the nose, roll up. Good. Yes, Cam, good, good. Push that heel down. Yeah, got it. And then roll back down. Really try to find the pressure of pushing that low back down by drawing in that triangle to roll up. Good. And roll back down. Last one. Look down the nose, let the arm bar help, and we're going to roll all the way up. Push into that right heel. Good. Then place the right foot down. Bring the arm bar back down towards your feet. Shake it all out. Good. Okay, so what we're going to do now is put in a button on each side. And then your feet are still strapped. You're going to come to a kneeling position. Cam, if this is too much on your knees, you can come up to standing, or you can bring your motor to kneel on your motor. But we're just going to come up onto our knees. Yeah, or double up your mat. Okay. Palms are going to be facing forward. And then you want your legs to go out a little bit wider than your shoulders. A little bit, not super wide, so that you can draw your knees in towards each other and you have pressure pushing into the ground. what we're gonna do, let's just bend and straighten the elbows. If one button in is too much, take the button out. And then if it's still too much in the shoulder, Patricia, just take your feet out of the straps. Good. For 5, 4, 3, 2. Now, pause with the elbows bent. What we're gonna do, your toes are on the ground like you're in a plank. We're just gonna start to lower back down, keeping the chest up, and then come back up. Now, the important thing is, it's not a hinge forward. You keep your chest up, lower down. Squeeze the glutes to come up. Cam, if you really just keep it small with your knees. Keep the knees drawing towards each other. Get the inner thighs a part of this. And up. 3 more. 3, 2. And we're going to just go back halfway that you can go and hold. Good. Holding here. Squeeze those inner thighs towards each other. Hold for 3. Hold for 2. Hold for 1. Stack up tall. Lower the arm bar down. Let your feet come out of the straps. And then we're just going to move that, place that arm bar on the side. Hands are going to come onto the ground. Let's just do a couple cat cows. We're going to round your spine up. Extend your spine back. Round your spine up. Extend your spine back. 2 more. Round up. Extend back. Round up. Extend back. Good. And now you're just going to switch to, Patricia, now would be probably a good time to get the ball. You're going to place your heels up against the arm bar. And Cam, yeah, if you want to have anything, any support for your low back, you can grab your foam roller or a ball. You still have one button in. And now if that gets too heavy at any point, take the button out. The important thing is your feet, your heels have to stay on the ground. Otherwise the arm bar slides. So you keep your toes pointing straight up towards the ceiling. You're going to sit up tall. And from here, we're just going to roll back or hinge back. And then come back up. Hinge back, roll back, whichever point you want to work more. 2 more. 1. And on this one, hold back, either in your hinge or your roll back. Okay, now let's just straighten the arms forward and really reach out of your right arm. Draw that shoulder blade down. You want to keep your right arm as still as possible. We're going to bend the left arm in and rotate to the left. And then rotate back to center. Your right shoulder blade doesn't move at all. What's moving is your rib cage around that shoulder blade, or I guess underneath that shoulder blade. We're using your right shoulder blade as a pivot point, and we're just rotating the ribs around it. Good. For 3. For 2. Last 1. Rotate back to center and hold. Turn your palms to face the ground, and then open the arms out to the side. Bring them back to center. Remember, you can always go uneven weights. If one side of your body is hurting more, take out the button on that side, or even just get rid of the strap. May work. If you have to get rid of the strap, raise your hand and I can tell you what the modification for that is. For 3, for 2, last 1, and then either hinge or roll up. Round the shoulders forward and back. Good, so we're working on scapular isolation and rib rotation. Okay, stack back up, arms are gonna come forward, either hinge back or roll back. Arms are gonna reach forward, draw the shoulder blades down. Now the left shoulder blade, you wanna keep that fully engaged and it's gonna stay still. Your right arm bends in as you rotate to the right. Good, and you're just really focusing, again, the rotation of the ribs, but also just feel how stable that left shoulder is. It's completely still and you can feel your ribs rotating underneath it. Your spine rotates closer to the scapula, not the scapula coming in towards the spine. On that left side for 3 more. 3, 2, 1, rotate back center, arms are still straight. Turn the palms to face the ground. Now, you're going to pull the arms down and back and behind you. Arms go straight up, you pull down and back and behind. Yes. Down and back and up, down and back. Then up for 3, for 2, last 1. Come all the way up. Place the straps in the pegs, and let's just send the neck side to side. Good job. Total Bane, everyone good? Okay, let's go ahead. Let's grab our foam roller. That was the word that I'm trying to think of. Foam roller. You're gonna put the armbar in the roller. And then we're gonna place the motor on the pegs or the blocks. And then we're gonna be sitting up on the motor. So we're gonna do some emphasis on the inner thighs and outer glutes in a different position. So once you're set up, you're gonna sit far away from your armbar, so almost to the very edge. I'll let you all get positioned before I continue. But I'm gonna continue to talk to you / at you as you're getting ready. So even though we're sitting up, really think back to that breathing class about keeping the ribs off the pelvis, using your breath to be lifted, keeping the ribs off the pelvis as if your lungs are balloons. That every time you inhale, you grow taller and you keep that height, and then you exhale all the air out, but you keep your height. Okay, let's take the inside foot, the foot closest to the armbar, and you're gonna place this around the middle of your foot, kind of around your arch, not behind your heel. Then you're gonna take that leg and you're gonna straighten it out. We still have a button in. If you don't, that's fine. You can always take the button out, but one button in, and you wanna sit up tall. If it ever gets pinched into the hip, you hinge back and you make fists and you place your arms down. So, yeah, and then from here, you lift the leg up and hold. It's gonna wanna go into the pedal, into the home position. Don't let it. We're just lifting and holding. Good, now let's open and close this leg. Open and close, open and close. Inhale to open, exhale, grow taller, draw the leg in, squeeze the glutes. Exhale, inhale, listen to how slow we're moving. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Slower, Cam, exhale. For 3, inhale, exhale. For 2, inhale, exhale, and hold. Rest the foot down. We're not done on this side. So you should really be feeling that quad / inner thigh connection. Again, if there's any pinch, you just open those hips up and lean back. And then if the weight is ever too much, you're just going to take your foot out. Okay, now let's lift that foot up and hold. And let's paint 5 circles each direction. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 5 the other direction. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Rest the foot down. Good. The other thing that you can do if the leaning back is too much, you can come in front of your motor and straighten your legs so that your back is up against the motor. That way you don't have to put so much extension in the shoulders. So you can always come so that you're not sitting on the motor. Now, last little bit. So this is the other modification. If it's too much in the neck, you're gonna flex that foot, lift it up and hold. Okay, so now from here, holding here, externally rotate, then internally rotate, externally rotate, internal, external, internal, external. Patricia, if you want to sit in front of the motor and then place your elbows on, it might feel better in your neck. For 3, yep, 2, 1, pause, internal rotation. So you're internally rotated. We're going to open the leg and close the leg. Open the leg, close the leg. Open and close for 3, 2, get the weight into the sit bones and out of the shoulders. 1, and rest that foot down, bend the knee in, bring that foot out of the strap. Maybe feels a little bit better down on the elbows and sitting in front. It's not as much in the hips, hopefully. Good job. Okay, before we do the other side, we're gonna sit on the motor again, but this time we're not gonna be leaning back. You're gonna sit, we're gonna be working our external rotation. We're gonna go to the outside arm. So you can take that button out if it's too heavy, but we're gonna grab the strap. Your hand's not going into the handle, you're holding by the D ring. So you can have your knees bent, you can sit crisscross, whichever feels comfortable to you. And then from here, we're just going to pull your elbow up, pull up, pull up. Good. Elbow pulls up. Now, your elbow pulls up, but you stay in line with your body. Good. Up and up. Good. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. You're going to pause with the elbow lifted. Now, we're rotating the torso. We're not moving the shoulders. The shoulders are moving in response to the torso. You rotate away from the armbar. You rotate away from the armbar. Your shoulder will move because of the rotation. You get a little bit extra pull into the strap because of the rotation. You should feel that inside part of your ribs, the ribs that are closest to the armbar, are pushing forward, and you get those obliques for 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, last one, and let that strap come all the way in. So it's about getting that abduction, downward scapular, and then rotate. Okay, let's just turn to lie on our backs. Before we do the other side, we're gonna do some feet and straps. Let's put one, make sure you have one button in on each side. If you took out a button, just put the button back in. Feet are gonna go into the straps. Lying down on your back with your head towards the armbar. Once you get your feet in, we're going to put both legs straight up towards the ceiling. Okay. And then, well, just from here, turn your palms to face the ceiling and open your arms wide and just let your pecs get a bit of a stretch. Yeah. Let your spine just sink into the motor. Try to relax. Try not to have to squeeze and tension anything up right now. Find that balance. Now everyone push your sacrum down into the mat or into the roller, and then you're gonna slowly lower your legs down and then lift them back up. You can now adjust your arms. Either you can turn your palms to face the ground and draw them in, but find where you feel most comfortable in the shoulders without causing any strain. Any point you want to challenge your balance, you just rise up onto your fingertips. Good. Push down, come up. Push down. Good. So as you push down, squeeze those knees towards each other, and you can even have your feet squeezing together. And then squeeze the glutes and draw your abs down as you push down, and then come back up, pushing down and up. 4 more. 4, 3. Be sure to let everything relax as you lift everything up towards the ceiling. 1. Pause with your legs reaching forward and down. Good, we're gonna hold here. Now see if you can rise up onto the fingertips and push those legs straight. So try to keep the legs actively pushing into those straps. And we're just gonna open that right leg, then drop back in. Open the right leg, drop back in. Open, close. Open, close. For 5, 4, 3, 2. Just the right leg is opening and closing. Good. And now bring the legs back together. We're going to open and close just the left leg. Just the left leg opens and then closes. Opens and closes. Good. Good. Cam, see if you can let your shoulder blades draw down your back more and rotate your, without turning your palms to face the ceiling, pinch the shoulder blades into the motor a little bit. Last one, bring the legs back together. Send the legs straight up towards the ceiling. Separate them up at the top, circle down and around. So Cam, what I meant is pinch the shoulder blades in so that your chest opens, so that your shoulders aren't internally rotating. So you're just doing big leg circles, everybody. Better. Good. Now change direction of the circles. Pushing down through center, separate at the bottom, circle up and around. Good. For 3, for 2, pause with the legs straight up towards the ceiling. Yep, we're gonna lower your right leg towards the ground and hold like in a scissor kick. So now switch the placement of your legs. So left legs towards the ceiling, right legs towards the ground. So you're doing a scissor kick, and then you're gonna do another scissor kick, and then you're gonna do a leg circle out and around. Scissor kick, circle the legs. Scissor kick, circle the legs. This is also called helicopter. You only do one circle of the legs. Scissor kick, one circle of the legs, and then you scissor kick, circle the legs again. Good. Scissor kick, circle the legs. Scissor kick, circle the legs. Last one. Scissor kick, circle the legs. Scissor kick, circle the legs. Bend the knees in towards your chest. Bring your feet out of the straps. Round the shoulders forward and back. And then we can just roll off your roller. Good. And let's just switch what direction your arm bar is. So we can get the other side. So we're gonna not even start on the motor for this next part. What you're gonna do is you're just gonna sit in front of the motor, just because I think we all ended up here last time, so that your low back is supported by the motor, and you don't have to just sink all your pressure into your shoulders. You actually sink more into your core. You take the inside foot and you're gonna place it in the strap. Now, remember on the other side, if you had to take that button out, you can go ahead and take it out now. Just make sure your strap's in the home position. Yeah. And so I'm sitting just in front of my motor all the way to the outside. Yeah. And then I have my inside foot in the strap. And that way, Patricia, just make sure you don't just sink back into your shoulders. And you don't have to press everything down to keep yourself up. You should let your back and your core keep you supported here. Straighten your strapped foot. And we're going to start by just lifting it up and holding. Good. And just feel how your leg's going to want to open, but you have to use those inner thighs to keep it in. So now it's going to be an inhale, open the leg. Exhale, squeeze the glute, bring that leg back in. Inhale to open. Draw the belly button back towards the foam roller. And then every time you exhale, focus on the ribs drawing together. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Good. For 5, for 4, for 3, for 2. Last one. Bring that leg back to center and hold. Hold, push out of that heel and lower the leg down to rest. Good. Okay, reestablish that connection, pull that triangle down. Sit bones should be pushing towards the ground, so should the pubic bone, and lift the leg up and hold. Feel that glute activation, inner thigh, core. Let's paint 5 circles. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5 the other direction. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. We're going to externally rotate, then internally rotate. At any point, if you need to take a break, please do. External rotation, internal rotation, external rotation, internal rotation for 3, for 2. Last one, internally rotate and pause. Paint 3 circles internally rotated. 1, 2, 3. 3 the other direction. 3, 2, 1. Lower that foot down, bend it in. Bring that foot out of the strap. Good, shake those legs out. Getting those inner thighs and quads to work together. Let's go ahead. Now we will sit up on the motor. And you can sit crisscross, legs straight, whatever works for you. As we do abduction, meaning you're drawing that elbow away from the body, and you want to make sure that elbow is in line with the body, if not slightly in front. Make sure that there's not a forward shoulder roll. You want to pull that shoulder blade down and back. Okay, and it's not, the back of the palm isn't opening it. The palm should always face your body. Lift the elbow up. Good, Cam, just like that. Patricia, not so much behind you. Lift to the wall and then in. Yeah, better. Lift. You want to lift towards your doorknob. Yep, and then back in. Let that shoulder drop down. Good. Up, up. Good. For 5, for 4, for 3, for 2, and on this one, you're going to lift that elbow up and hold. Now it's the inside part of your ribs that are going to be doing the rotation. I place my hands on those ribs, and you're just going to rotate away from the armbar. Feel that part of your core pull in. Good. Pull in. Pull in. Good. Pull in. Pull in for 5 more. 5, 4. Good, Cam. Shoulder and elbow are connected to the torso. Last one. Rotate back to center. Place that strap back in. Round the shoulders forward and back. Good. Now just scoot a little closer to your armbar so you can grab the armbar with your hand. You're just going to get a little bit of traction in the neck. You grab that armbar, then you're going to side bend the shoulder and then lean away. Lost my earphone for a second. So you're getting a stretch through the neck and traction in the shoulder. And then just the eye of your elbow, rotate it forward. So you're just rotating your shoulder a little bit. Do all this movement gently. Don't force anything. And then start to look over your outside shoulder. So you're getting a stretch all up into your upper trapezius, scalenes, suboccipitals. And then rotate back to center. Bring yourself upright. I'm going to turn my back to you. All you do is flip to face the other direction. Grab that armbar. Side bend. Holding onto that armbar. Get the traction. Good. And then turn to look over your outside shoulder. Good, and then you're gonna release the armbar and you're gonna come to a standing position. Don't need your hands in the straps. All you need is to be facing your motor. And all I'm gonna need to see is basically from the top of your pelvis down. So all your cameras are all good. Let's go ahead. You're going to place one foot on. And you want to be on like kind of the arch of the foot closer to the heel. And then you're going to bring your other foot on and you're going to be wide. And we're just going to balance here for a second. So just like when we started, Feel the idea of trying to draw, see how I can even draw my legs towards each other, get the inner thighs firing. So get the legs drawing towards one another, not by collapsing the knees, by drawing the hips towards each other. And now we're gonna start to squat down, hold, squeeze those inner thighs towards each other, and then relax the inner thighs as you stand up. Exhale, squeeze and lower down. Inhale, release and stand up. Exhale, squeeze and lower down. Inhale, come back up. Last one, and we're gonna pause down here. Squeeze those inner thighs, lower down. Good, now we're gonna do 10 pulses. Now, as you pulse, it's not quick. It's just a small movement. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Exhale, squeeze in, inhale, relax. Exhale, squeeze in, inhale, relax. Exhale, squeeze in, inhale, relax. Feel how that draws up on the pelvic floor. You're working your innermost abs by doing these small pulses. Squeeze as you lower, inhale, exhale, inhale. Last two, exhale, inhale, exhale. Stand up tall as you inhale. And then just standing here, arms come out to the side. Take a big side bend towards your arm bar. Bring your opposite arm overhead, working the balance even more. And then use your core to draw down, pulling yourself upright. Opposite arm overhead, opposite arm in front, side bend. Draw the ribs down to pull yourself upright. Let your arms relax, shake it all out. Fantastic job, both of you. Happy Monday.